Have you ever noticed tiny red or purple thread-like lines on someone's skin, maybe even on your own legs, and wondered what they are? Or felt a sudden dizzy spell when you stood up too quickly? What if your gums sometimes bleed a little when you brush your teeth, and you just write it off as brushing too hard? These might seem like small, unrelated things, but they all whisper a secret about the health of a hidden network inside you. I'm talking about your blood vessels, the thousands of miles of tiny, delicate tubes that carry life to every part of your body. We often focus on the pump, the heart, or the fluid, the blood, but we forget about the pipes themselves. And if those pipes are weak, leaky, or fragile, nothing else works right. Today, we're going to talk about a simple, delicious, and incredibly powerful way to reinforce and strengthen those vital pipelines. We're diving into the amazing world of grapes and how this everyday fruit can be your #1 ally in building a stronger, more resilient circulatory system from the inside out. Let's start by getting to know these blood vessels a little better. Your circulatory system isn't just made up of big, obvious arteries and veins you might have learned about in school. It's an unimaginably vast and complex web of tubes, from large highways like the aorta all the way down to microscopic, single-file capillaries so tiny that red blood cells have to squeeze through them one at a time. Think of these capillaries as the final delivery streets in a massive city. This is where the actual exchange happens. Oxygen and nutrients jump off the blood truck and into your cells, and waste products like carbon dioxide jump on to be carried away. The health of this entire system, especially the smallest, most fragile vessels, is absolutely critical. The walls of these vessels need to be strong yet flexible, resilient yet responsive. They can't be too stiff or they'll crack under pressure. They can't be too weak or they'll spring leaks. And they need a smooth, Teflon-like inner lining, called the endothelium, to keep blood flowing smoothly without any sticky clogs. When this system is compromised, that's when we start to see those little warning signs: easy bruising, spider veins, bleeding gums, and that pounding headache you might get after your blood vessels have constricted and dilated erratically. This is where the humble grape steps in, not as a simple snack, but as a master craftsman and reinforcement crew for your entire vascular network. So, what is it in grapes that makes them so special for this job? The magic isn't in the sugary water and fiber alone. It's in a spectacular array of compounds that grapes pack into their juicy skins and seeds. The most famous of these are powerful antioxidants called polyphenol, and one in particular has gotten a lot of attention: Resveratrol. You might have heard of it in connection with red wine. But grapes are also bursting with flavonoids, proanthocyanidins, and a whole host of other protective substances. To understand how they work, let's use an analogy. Imagine your blood vessels are like a brand new, high-quality garden hose. When it's new, it's flexible and strong. It can handle high water pressure without any problems. But leave that hose out in the sun and the rain for a few seasons. What happens? It becomes brittle. The sun's ultraviolet rays damage the material in a process called oxidation. It becomes stiff, it might crack, and it eventually starts to leak. The same exact process is happening inside your body every single day. The sun, in this case, is something called oxidative stress. As your body creates energy, it also creates unstable molecules called free radicals. These free radicals bounce around like little wrecking balls, crashing into your cells and, you guessed it, damaging the cells that make up your blood vessel walls. This oxidative stress is what makes your vessels stiff, brittle, and prone to damage. The antioxidants in grapes, especially resveratrol and flavonoids, are like a team of expert repair technicians. They rush around your circulatory system, neutralizing these free radicals on contact. They donate a spare part to the free radical, stabilizing it and preventing it from causing any more damage. This constant repair work protects the delicate endothelial lining and the structural proteins of the vessel walls, keeping them supple and strong, much like keeping that garden hose protected from the elements. But the benefits go far beyond just passive protection. Grapes are also active commanders in your body's vascular health. One of their most important jobs is to support the production of a miracle molecule we've talked about before, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is produced by the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels. Its primary job is to signal the smooth muscle in the vessel walls to relax. When this happens, the vessels dilate or widen. This is huge for your blood pressure and overall circulation. Wider pipes mean blood can flow more easily, reducing the pressure and strain on your entire system. It's like turning a narrow, congested alley into a wide-open boulevard. The polyphenol in grapes actively stimulate the endothelium to produce more of this wonderful nitric oxide. They help keep the factories running at full capacity. Furthermore, they protect the nitric oxide that is produced from being broken down too quickly by those same free radicals. So, you get a double benefit, more production and longer-lasting effects. This leads to better, more efficient blood flow to every single organ, from your brain to your toes. Now, let's get into the real-world benefits you can actually feel and see when you make grapes a regular part of your life. First, let's talk about something almost everyone has experienced: bruising. You bump your leg on the coffee table, and a day later, there's a purple, blue, and yellow mark. A bruise is essentially a sign that tiny capillaries under your skin have ruptured and leaked blood into the surrounding tissue. If you bruise incredibly easily, if you find marks and you don't even remember bumping into anything, it's a classic sign of weak, fragile capillaries. The compounds in grapes, particularly the proanthocyanidins and vitamin C, work to strengthen the walls of these tiny capillaries. They reinforce the collagen structure, which is the protein that gives your tissues and vessel walls their strength and integrity. Think of it like reinforcing concrete with rebar. The grape compounds act as the rebar, providing extra support. Over time, with consistent consumption, you may notice that you don't bruise nearly as easily. Your vessels become more resilient to minor impacts and pressure. Then there's the issue of varicose and spider veins. These are more than just a cosmetic concern. They're a clear sign of venous insufficiency. Your veins have tiny, one-way valves that help push blood back up to your heart against gravity. When the walls of the veins become weak and lose their elasticity, these valves don't close properly. Blood pulls backward, pressure builds up, and the veins stretch, bulge, and become visible under the skin. The anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of grapes are perfectly suited to help here. By reducing inflammation in the vessel walls and protecting them from oxidative damage, grapes help maintain the elasticity and strength of the veins. This helps the valves function better, improves the flow of blood back to the heart, and can prevent existing varicose veins from getting worse, and may even reduce their appearance. It's like giving your veins a daily dose of resilience training. The benefits also extend to your brain and your senses. Your brain is an incredibly energy-hungry organ, consuming about 20% of your body's oxygen and nutrients. To do its job properly, thinking, remembering, focusing, it needs a constant, reliable, and rich blood supply. The microcapillaries in your brain are critical for this final delivery. If these are weak or damaged, brain cells can become starved of fuel. The improved circulation and strengthened capillaries from grape consumption mean better oxygen and glucose delivery to your neurons. This can translate into sharper mental clarity, better focus, and improved memory. Furthermore, your eyes are filled with tiny, delicate blood vessels. The retina, which is the part of your eye that detects light, has one of the highest densities of capillaries in your entire body. Keeping these vessels strong and functional is crucial for preventing age-related vision problems and maintaining good eyesight. The antioxidants in grapes are known to accumulate in the retina and protect these delicate structures from damage, helping to preserve your vision as you age. Your heart, of course, is the central player in this system, and it benefits enormously from stronger blood vessels. Coronary artery disease, which can lead to heart attacks, often starts with the oxidation of cholesterol and inflammation in the endothelial lining of the arteries that supply the heart muscle. This creates plaque that narrows these critical arteries. The resveratrol and flavonoids in grapes have been shown to powerfully reduce this LDL cholesterol oxidation and calm inflammation. This helps keep those coronary arteries clear and healthy. Moreover, by promoting the production of nitric oxide, grapes help these arteries stay relaxed and wide open, ensuring the heart muscle itself gets all the blood and therefore the oxygen it needs to beat strong and steady, without having to strain against narrow passages. You might be wondering if all of this is just theoretical or if there's real science to back it up. The answer is a resounding yes. Numerous studies have investigated the effects of grapes and grape compounds on vascular health. In one compelling study, men with metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase heart disease risk, consumed grapes daily for a month. The results showed a significant improvement in blood flow and a marked reduction in markers of inflammation compared to those who didn't. Other research has focused specifically on the endothelial function. Using ultrasound technology, scientists can measure how well an artery in the arm can dilate in response to increased blood flow. This test, called flow-mediated dilation, is a gold standard for measuring vascular health. Study after study has shown that consuming grape products, whether it's the whole fruit, juice, or extract, leads to a significant improvement in this measurement within just a few hours of consumption, and the benefits are sustained with regular intake. Research on resveratrol specifically has demonstrated its ability to activate genes that are linked to longevity and vascular protection, essentially telling your body's maintenance systems to kick into high gear. Now, how can you actually incorporate this into your daily routine to get these benefits? The great news is that it's simple and delicious. While resveratrol supplements exist, you get a much broader and more synergistic effect from eating the whole fruit. This is because grapes contain a whole symphony of compounds that work together in ways a single extract cannot replicate. The highest concentrations of these powerful polyphenol are found in the skin and the seeds. This means that red and purple grapes are significantly more potent than green grapes, as they contain more of these pigments. And believe it or not, the seeds are nutritional powerhouses. If you can, try to find grapes with seeds and chew them up. They're a rich source of proanthocyanidins. If that's too bitter for you, that's okay. Eating the skin still provides a massive benefit. A good handful a day, about a cup to a cup and a half, is a fantastic goal. You can freeze them for a cool, refreshing snack, toss them into a salad for a sweet burst, or blend them into a smoothie. Of course, 100% purple grape juice, with no added sugar, is also an excellent option, especially if it's made from Concord grapes, which are particularly rich in these compounds. The key, as with anything, is consistency. Making grapes a regular part of your diet provides your blood vessels with a constant supply of the building blocks and protection they need to stay strong. It's also important to remember that grapes are a powerful part of a larger lifestyle strategy for vascular health. They work incredibly well alongside other heart-healthy habits. Staying hydrated is fundamental, as blood is mostly water. Regular physical activity, especially activities that get your legs moving like walking, cycling, or swimming, is like a workout for your veins. It helps pump blood back to your heart and keeps your vessels flexible. Managing stress through meditation or deep breathing is crucial because chronic stress hormones can cause inflammation and constrict blood vessels. And a diet overall rich in colorful fruits and vegetables provides a wide spectrum of antioxidants that support the work that grapes are doing. Think of it as building a team of superheroes for your blood vessels, with grapes being one of the star players. In the end, the story of grapes and blood vessels is a story of giving your body's internal infrastructure the maintenance it desperately needs but rarely gets. It's about moving beyond just thinking about calories and taste and understanding food as fundamental support for the very systems that keep you alive. Every time you enjoy a bunch of grapes, you're not just having a snack, you're sending a direct shipment of reinforcements to the thousands of miles of delicate pipelines within you. You're helping to fortify them against the daily wear and tear of life. You're improving the flow of the river of life itself, and you're investing in long-term health that you can literally see and feel. From less bruising on your skin to more energy in your step and clarity in your mind. So the next time you're walking through the produce aisle, give those dark, lush clusters of grapes a knowing nod. They're so much more than just fruit. They're nature's delicious answer to building a stronger, more resilient you, from the inside out.